to stick it in the recesses or corrugations. We can use a regular hairdryer as well, but we have to reheat the vinyl after a couple of hours. So at quite hot temperatures, I talk about 120 to 150 degrees. So anyway, I need a heat gun. In this case, I have a very simple one. It's without any temperature control. So I control the temperature later with my infrared thermometer. Okay. I think it's more handy, more practical to use both instruments. Okay. For the end cleaning of the recesses of the corrugated areas, we recommend isopropanol. It's pure technical alcohol. Please don't use any mentholized spirits or some cheap cleaners. No thinners. They all leave some layer of some ingredients. Even mentholized spirits contains a lot of oily substances. So we just can recommend isopropanol. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to find this product, I know. Mostly in print shops, they use isopropanol to cleaning their machines. Offset printers use mainly isopropanol, so it's a possibility to buy there. If you buy it from a pharmacy, it's very expensive, so try to get some industrial stuff. So the cleaning of the recesses of the corrugations I do now with the isopropanol. So if you don't know what is isopropanol, you know the smell from your dentist or maybe from the hospital. Okay. So for the preparation of a let's say regular car, mid-sized car, two of my workers need probably 1 hour. So the preparation takes us 1 hour to dismantle the car. This is important, and to do the re-cleaning. Anyway, we advise our customers to take the car to the car wash before they bring in the car to our workshop, because some of our customers seem to have a rally the day before, and the car is covered with mud and dust, and so we can't do a proper job on this. So if the customer had no time to bring in or to take the car to a car wash by himself, we do it for him, but he has to pay for it, of course, because I have to send one of my workers to the next car wash center. Okay, probably takes him 1 hour to do it. This is out of service. But if we do some small cleaning jobs on the car, okay, we don't charge our customers. But it's, I mean, the price for car wraps, we have different lists about pricing. So it's always the basic price. We write from 1,500 euro, from 2,000 euro. Okay, some additional work we have to do on the car means additional costs, of course. In this case, the cleaning of the bendings of the recesses with isopropanol, okay, is included, of course, but it's a small job anyway. So the first sample I want to show to you is the 970 series. Okay, my instruments, it's obvious, it's a squeegee with a felt edge. A felt edge is important, okay, it slides on the surface of the vinyl without scratching it. There exist in different materials, I mean, regarding felt. I can't recommend some industrial felt containing a lot of glass fibers. So they will scratch the surface of the vinyl more badly than if you use the PVC edge. So it's made from lamb's wool. In this way, I need a knife, of course, a cutter, but it depends on your personal style what kind of cutter you want to use. Even in my company, some of my workers prefer to have really huge knives because they have big hands. They can't work with this one. Okay, I have small hands. I prefer the small cutter. Anyway, it's in this case we have it's a hardened steel blade. It's an Orafol knife. I think the best one anyway, and the most expensive. Next, of course, is my infrared thermometer, my heat gun, and to fix the vinyl to the car part to be wrapped, I use magnets. Okay, that's all. And the rest is skills and experience. Okay. The way I want to stick this sheet of vinyl to the door now is, let me say, our personal style. We always try to figure out some ways to create our work mostly economical. We don't want to spend a lot of time on car wraps, because time always means money. Usually two of my workers are able to wrap a mid-size car like a Mercedes E-Class or C-Class in 6 to 7 hours. I mean, these are 12 to, let me say, 15 hours of labor. We charge our customer for a regular wrapping job on a Mercedes-Benz E-Class 1,500 euro plus tax, so means they have to speed up their work. So okay, I can do some artworks. We did Lamborghini Dallardo recently. Okay, the customer dropped in and said, okay, I pay you 3,000 euro, but I want to have a nice job. So in this case, okay, we can take ourselves some time, but usually our customers want to have the car probably back, not today, but yesterday. They always are in a hurry, so we try to please their needs anyway. In this way, okay, I want to start from the bottom to the top. If you follow this way, like my friends from Italy, yesterday they did a very different way how to wrap the doors. They need probably 3 times longer than I did it in my way. Today they changed their technique already, and they're now much faster. Okay. So. In this case, it's the Orafol 970 series. In a very strange matte green color. And you work with easy hands. This is an artist's job. This was step 1. Now from the center part to the top. Usually I don't remove the line entirely. It's more pleasant to hold or stretch the sheet.
Joo.
So that was more or less easy to do. Next I want to stick the vinyl in the corrugation. For this I need one more tool. I prefer to do it with a glove. This polyester glove slides quite nicely on the surface of the vinyl. And if you want to do it with a regular heat gun, you have to be a little bit careful because it comes without any control, so it's pretty hot. It works at roughly 560 degrees on top. So it's be careful and not burn your fingers later. I always start from the sides of the recess. I push the vinyl down a bit. Next you start with big recess right in the middle. From the center part you go to the right side and the left side. So some mistakes that could be done. You close both exits. Okay, how to carry on now? Okay, usually we have to poke a hole with a needle. It's one thing I can't recommend. Better you try to lift up the vinyl again. It's not a problem. It's removable or in the beginning. Okay, just take it again. Heat it slightly.
Ciężko było, żeby się z tym wypłacić. Ciężko.
Okay, now we're able to carry on.
Ale wiesz, chodzi o to, że sama, tak? Nie patrzymy to na to, że on tak robi.
So one more mistake that can be done quite easily is if you overheat the vinyl and you press it too hard. Looks like this. This is really bad because it mostly happens when the entire wrapping job is done and you start to push the vinyl down in the recess. Okay, you have these very ugly wrinkles. But it's again possible. Just lift it up, heat it, it will disappear. So it's a very forgiving material. Okay, it's nearly impossible to make mistakes. If you do a job with a much thinner vinyl, okay, the surface of the vinyl will break, will crack. But in this way, okay, it stays, it doesn't break or rips. Just heat it again, it will shrink back to its original shape and carry on with your wrapping job. Okay, but this ain't all. I mean, if the entire job is done, we have to reheat the vinyl. You have to understand that a PVC contains plasticizers. That makes the material conformable. If we use specific temperatures at 120 to 150 degrees, and the plasticizers start to migrate from the material, it hardens. I mean, this process of retempering the vinyl is very important. Most cases of warranty, what we have to face when the vinyl starts to pop out of the recess, our customer, probably most of them, they had no time to do the proper reheating job. I will show you how it's done. It's quite easy. You have to reach temperatures from 120 to 150 degrees. Why? We tested it in the gas chromatography. We put in some sheet of vinyl and we tried what happens at 100 degree, 120, 150, 180. So at the scanner we could notice quite easily it starts at a temperature of 120 degree. The plasticizers start to migrate. If we have very deep corrugated areas on cars, like on this ventilator, we repeat this process probably 2 to 3 times. You don't have to press the vinyl again, just heat it. And control it with the infrared thermometer. I try now to reach 120 degrees Celsius. So I even was reaching 134 degrees without damaging the vinyl or the lacquer. So, but best you should not check it with your finger. Buy yourself an infrared thermometer. These items are really cheap. So I get it for 29 euro, like this, because we had a case of warranty last week. One of our customers complained about the 3951 series was popping out of the recess. So the car was a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter. So I asked him, you did it the right way? He said, yes, I followed your instructions 120%. So how did you check the temperature? By feeling. I mean, this tool is so cheap. It's okay. I can imagine it's a boring job to reheat the vinyl in the recesses and check the right temperature. But it's more boring to remove the vinyl of a car and do the job a second time. So buy yourself a tricky small thing like this. Okay. So we do the reheating several times. Before you do the reading, please check precisely about air bubbles. I left one here, it's quite huge. So if I heat it, it will blast. This is real ugly. So check about tiny small air bubbles and best poke it with a needle. Not with a knife. It's very sharp and fine titanium steel needle. Originally it's a 3M tool, okay, but I removed the cover, so it's nothing written on it. It's okay, but it's a very fine needle. Okay, you can use a regular needle for skewing as well. So this creates very tiny small holes, nearly invisible. Okay, you should do this, especially in the corrugated areas, before the reheating job. If you have some very tiny small air bubbles, they will disappear after a couple of days. You don't have to worry about this. Best is check it by yourself. It depends on the thickness of the material itself, how long does it last until these tiny small air bubbles are disappearing. So if it's a thinner vinyl, okay, it will take probably some days. With a thick vinyl, it depends on the outer temperature, probably up to 3 weeks. But the tiny, very small air bubbles, they will disappear just if these air bubbles are bigger than, let me say, 4 to 5 millimeters. We have to poke it with a needle. Okay, that's all for this. Most of my colleagues they have problems on cars with corrugated areas. The main mistakes, okay, I was showing up now already. It's the wrong cleaning. Take isopropanol.